Call the meeting to order. Raise President of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Clerk, please call.
Trustee Brewer. Here. Trustee Parker. Here. Trustee Grant. Here. Trustee Tate. Trustee Todd. Here. Trustee Zupan. Present.
Item number 4, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes for the committee meeting of the whole dated May 15, 2018.
So moved. Second.
It's moved by Trustee Todd, second by Trustee Brewer. Any questions? Madam Clerk?
Trustee Brewer. Yes. Trustee Carter.
Yes.
Trustee Grant.
Yes.
Trustee Tate. Trustee Todd.
Yes.
Trustee Zupan. Yes.
Motion is carried. I accept the motion to approve the proceedings of the special meeting dated June 26, 2018.
So moved.
By Trustee Todd, second by Trustee Zupan. Any questions?
Comment.
Yes, sir.
Under adjournment, I think that there was a misspelled word there. I mean, it's not a huge deal, but it was a misspelled word. I think you said you wanted to make a motion, second the motion to adjourn the meeting at 6:52. If you want to correct that word to adjourn.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Parker.
Yes.
Trustee Grant. Trustee Todd.
Yes.
Trustee Zupan. Yes. Trustee Brewer. Yes.
Motion is carried. Item number 5, public comment. All questions and comments must be directed to the mayor. Each speaker may comment on any matter pertaining to the business of Sauk Village. Each speaker is allowed one opportunity to speak for up to 3 minutes and may not engage in debate, counter replies, or rebuttals. Please state your name.
Good evening, my name is Linda Washington, and I'm here tonight just to get some information in regard to the Dr. Linda Washington Foundation, which is my newly formed foundation, that on Monday, August the 13th, we will be doing a back-to-school book bag and school supply giveaway with approximately 500 book bags and filled with school supplies. So I want to let the mayor and the board and the department heads, as well as the residents that are here in the building and those that will be streaming live, know that we will be taking donations. If you would like to donate a monetary gift, you can make checks payable to Dr. Linda Washington Foundation. If you want to buy the book bags or the school supplies yourself, we would appreciate it. We are targeting 500, so maybe you can't buy 500 pencil cases or 500 boxes of powders or whatever you want to buy school supplies. We will have a sponsorship sheet that we have done for the last 4 years when we did this under the auspices of Neighborhood Watch. And that sponsorship sheet will go in all of those 500 food bags into the houses so that the residents know who sponsored those school supplies. If you cannot get in contact with me, I have flyers tonight that I'm passing out all over the village, in and outside of Sauk Village, with public and private donations. If you just want to pick up some school supplies, the Montgomery Library is our drop-off point. You can drop off any supplies that you have at the library during their regular hours. If you have any questions, I'll be around in the meeting and you can see me. Thank you, and you make a great day. And I need to have 2 tag days so that we can stand at the intersections and tag for donations toward those book bags. So who do I need to see, Mayor?
Please
Police
speak.
chief?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I'm sorry, Mr. Mayor. Can I ask?
Sure.
Linda, would you share copies with the board, please, of your
Would I
flyer?
do the meeting?
If you have them available right now,
Sure. I'll give them to the clerk. Okay,
thank you.
thank you.
Come on up, man. Hold on just a second. Is that Michael?
My name is Kende Durawade.
Can you spell your last name for me?
D like David, U-R-O-W-A-D-E. I have two concerns that I'd like to share with the board. One of them concerns a pattern of practice of Sauk Village police officers going onto private property in the middle of the night to inspect vehicles for village sticker compliance. Now, I have appealed these tickets twice to the circuit court, and they have been reversed. At the last hearing here, the hearing officer said it is the village's position that officers may go onto private property in the middle of the night to inspect private property for compliance with village sticker requirements. That is not legal. That was overruled by the circuit court, and I'm just wondering if the board is aware of it and what we can do to stop that. The second concern, at my, excuse me, at the hearing that I had with the circuit court appealing the decision of the hearing officer, I was awarded my court cost, which amounts to about $100, and I'm just wondering how the village, because I have made a demand for it, I haven't received it, just wondering how the village is going to pay that.
Oh, that's it?
Those are my two questions.
Okay. I will find out what happened on the $500. Was that money that's due you back for court costs that you paid, I guess?
Yes, and it's
Okay.
not $500, it's $101. It's
Okay.
not.
After the meeting, are you going to be here after the meeting?
Sure.
Okay, I need to get your name and particulars from
Sure.
you, and find out about that. And as far as the tickets is concerned, I'll check on that, but I believe that they can see it. But I didn't know they actually went on the property to give a ticket. That's what I'm wondering. You said that night, did they leave the ticket on your windshield or something?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I will check on that. Thank you.
Rachel Lupian. How are you guys today? So going off of how you guys fired Sherry again, I'm pretty sure that she didn't deserve to be fired, and she got fired, for helping a trustee that you should have been helping. I'm going to reiterate that. Then your other village administrators like to break ordinances on Facebook and go running their mouth about village residents, and he doesn't get fired. Joe Wizawati, who talks crap all day on Facebook, who runs the village here for you, he doesn't get fired. I'm just wondering and curious what your termination policy is and how many chances other people get that you do like versus people you do not like. Because I'm experiencing a little bit of, if I like you, I give you a little bit more ring, correct? Because she sure did not deserve to be fired. And this man sits here every week and does crap all the time. And he's just Joe, so he gets to do whatever he wants, right? He's your best friend. Right, Mayor? He's your best friend, so he gets to do what he wants, right? He gets to take pictures of little girls in their bedroom. I'm pretty sure Linda Hanks came on and said that, but that's okay. He can take a picture of Mary Esposito, like being a fire redhead. There's a reason for that. She's Woody the Woodchucker now. This isn't just coming off the top of my head here. We have proof, so as you sit there dumbfounded, he does this. This is what he does. But he still works here? I'm really curious. So when I'm done talking, I would really like to know your policy on termination, so don't just push this away, because that man deserves to be fired. She didn't. Clearly, right? But because she helped your trustee, who you don't like, she got fired. Makes a lot of sense to me. Sounds like a really awesome mayor, doesn't it? And I'm pretty sure that you are a person high in your church, correct? So your church life and your mayoral life don't really go hand in hand, do they? Your relationship with Jesus and you being a mayor is more important. You are not forgiving. You are not kind. You do not make decisions for the best of everyone else. You make them for yourself. I don't see Jesus in that one bit. And there's not two ways to live. There's one way to live. Either you live Jesus' way or you live in obviously not the right way. There is no worldly way and religious way. There's one way and you claim it, right? You're sure not showing it. And I'm not being disrespectful, but you get to sit here and do whatever you want all day. He deserves to be fired.
Thank you.
So when I sit down, I want you to let me know what your termination policies are. Don't just push my question. That is my question.
Thank you for your comment.
No, that's my question.
Thank you.
Are you going to fire Joe Wizawati for breaking rules?
Thank you for your comment.
Okay, I'll wait for my
Thank
answer.
you. I don't have an answer.
Because you're not going to fire him.
I'm not going to sit here and talk to you about my religious beliefs. Thank you for your
Okay,
comment.
I didn't ask you about your religious beliefs. I asked you, are you going to terminate Joe for being disrespectful and breaking ordinances? And a woman who did not break any ordinances got fired for 20 years of service. You don't make any sense. So are you going to fire Joe for being disrespectful and breaking ordinances here in the village, talking about village residents? Yes or no? I can stand here, I got
No,
patience.
you cannot. Your 3 minutes are up. Thank you for your comment.
Okay, my question, not comment.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Who's next? Thank you.
Are you gonna answer me?
No, I answered your question.
Did he
Yes,
answer
I
me,
did. I
guys?
said thank you.
Did he answer me? He sure did it. Well, I have the question. I'm pretty sure he did not answer
Are
that
you going to
question.
stand there, or are you going to have me to just, we're just going to hold up the mic to everybody else?
I guess.
I'm
Anybody
behind.
else mind? Anybody else mind until he?
Are you
I
gonna-
do. Yeah, I do too.
Do you have a question?
Because we need to go on with business in the village.
I'm pretty sure
This
that's
is-
business
First
in
of
the
all, you're
village.
judging the mayor about himself. That's a judgment called by the Lord, not by you.
And the board should be holding him accountable and they don't.
Listen, first of all.
I wasn't talking to you.
I'm
So now, are you gonna answer my question?
disrespectful.
Please have a seat.
You're being disrespectful. You want to answer the question?
He never does. It might be surprised.
You can mention the same thing.
I got the same thing. My name is Mary Escovedo. I'm here to finish addressing what your crybaby started crying last week when my time was up. I was 30 seconds over, and your little crybaby started crying. It's time. So I'm here to finish addressing it.
There you go.
As I said, Joe is, oh, I forgot. And here's my picture.
Oh, you look so
Don't
pretty.
I look pretty?
High school was a long time ago. Did you graduate?
No, he didn't. But anyway,
If you could, excuse me.
Joe, Joe is calling me old. He needs to check his style of writing because he sounds like a bitter, insecure, evil, unhappy, jealous old woman. And during your campaign, you've mentioned several times that if he didn't stop posting negativity on Facebook, on social media, he had to go. I see he's still here. What do you intend to do about that? So my question again is, as a leader of the village, what do you intend to do about what he's doing and his negativity on Facebook about residents?
Whom you used to like, by the way, but then you stopped
If
liking.
you could
Right, because I quit as treasurer.
Because he's illegal. He doesn't
Right, exactly.
If you continue, I will ask you to leave. If you continue to go back,
You didn't answer my question.
if you continue to go back and forth, I will ask you to leave. Simple. Because you're not going to disrupt this meeting and anything else because you feel that you want to have your platform. You had your 3 minutes. I was just,
Now you're on my 3 minutes.
you will get your full 3 minutes. You had your 3 minutes. Respect everyone else's. I'm not all I'm asking. Go ahead, Ms. Mary.
My question was, what do you intend to do about what he's doing and posting on social media, which you know he has been doing for the last few years, which cost you the last election? What do you intend to do about that? Nothing. I'll be back to put some more of your business out.
I do not, and I will continue to tell, I do not discuss personnel business in the open.
That's not personnel
That
business.
is personnel
No, it's not.
business. Yes, ma'am.
That's your just wait, you're
I'm not
way
gonna
out.
ask you again, if you could consist, if you wanna continue to keep being,
Why are you still talking?
if you want to continue to be that way, I would ask you to leave. We're not gonna do this.
But you're
If you came here for that reason, you're not gonna win on that.
Okay, I'm gonna ignore him.
Yes, ma'am.
Kathy Butcher. For the last several meetings, I haven't gotten up and asked questions. I haven't had comments. I've just sat and observed. And what I have observed was really disturbing. The disrespect that is given from the trustees and Joe to the residents is appalling. He sits over there rolling his eyes, making faces. You sit there and you hold, and then the disrespect that you have for each other, no wonder nothing gets done in this village. It's appalling. Why do you think you get no respect back? That's why. Now, I have something else that I would like to ask about. Last meeting, the chiefs touched on some equipment that was needed. The air bottles, vests, mandatory items that keep our firemen and our policemen safe to do their job, which keeps us safe. And instead of waiting for grants and someone to loan us air bottles, why wasn't the money put in there on the budget? They should have been given that money for anything else. But no, instead, we get $8,000 raises. We have Joe over there making money that we don't need him. We have a secretary for our part-time mayor that instead of doing her secretarial work, she's out unloading a truck for Respond Now.
You have 1 minute.
And digging ditches and planting flowers. Don't give me a frown because I have proof, I have pictures.
Excuse me, ma'am, I'm not giving you a frown. Where do you get that from?
I see it on your
Where do you get
face.
that from? Because I looked at you?
No, because your brow is furrowed. Those are mandatory equipment that these people need to do their job, and they can't get it because it's not in the budget. They have to wait for grants, and so you can have a car. I'm sorry, but this is ridiculous. Put the money where it belongs and where it will do more good. Thank you.
My name is Judy Cast. At recent meetings, we were informed that the FOIAs are up to date and going well. I beg to differ. I have a FOIA here from 5/5 and one from 5/19. I'm sorry, 5/17, that have never been answered. And I also have seen a couple FOIAs that are signed by the HR person. And I would like to know how that can happen inasmuch as she is not capable of doing them. She hasn't taken the classes, she hasn't done anything that makes her qualified to answer FOIAs. And personally, I don't think she should be answering them. Secondly, you have a HR lady that is going for police negotiations. It's on the accounts payable again, and I would like to ask you, you said when I questioned this before, Derek, you indicated that you are hiring her to save a lot of money for the village by using her instead of a lawyer for the negotiations. In reading the invoices, there are many invoices that indicate she was at the negotiations, but so was a lawyer. So not only are we paying her, but then we're paying the lawyer at the same time. And then she puts on the end that she has to send all this notes and everything for the lawyer to oversee. Well, if he's sitting next to her at the meeting, why does he have to oversee anything? He should have his own notes. And yet we're paying him twice. We're not saving any money. This is money that could be used for other things such as the police cameras. We can't afford them to keep our guys safe, but we can afford money to double pay people, which seems to be part of her itinerary, is to get double paid. I still want to know about the money that she was overpaid and why she isn't forced to pay it back. If it takes a class action lawsuit, just let us know. We'll be glad to start it.
As I stated before, there was no double paying. I don't know where that comes from. And it's the off. I'm first. Go ahead, yes ma'am.
Pat Couch. Back to the FOIAs. I spoke with Marva Campbell Pruitt earlier, and it's regarding a FOIA that has been ongoing since April, and we still have no answer. However, when I spoke with her, she informed me that there was a letter sent to me dated July the 2nd. To date, I have not received that letter in the mail or by email or otherwise. It was not from Marva Campbell Pruitt. It was from Dr. Strouder, who is not an HR person. In that letter, it stated that, well, I'm not going to go into what it stated because it was false. Anyway, she did not answer that FOIA because she's not a FOIA clerk, but she did sign it. Now, where it went since July the 2nd, I don't know. But therefore, it is late, and it has been turned over to the Attorney General's office to be handled. That's number one. On the FOIAs, there's a couple still outstanding regarding who's got what committee and who is on their committee and their minutes. That's another one. And also about the Sauk talk. We had heard a long time ago there was going to be a big, fabulous Sauk talk, color, and all this fancy stuff, so that it would keep the residents informed. Haven't seen that yet either. The social media policy, that has been brought up numerous times. We do have someone that has violated it many times now, and we've asked what is going to be done about that. As the mayor, you are the leader. You are the one that should make sure that that social media policy is enforced. Thank you.
My name is Zenona Ayers, and I would like to share my recent FOIA. I have requested any and all documents you may have which contains information relating to the following job description: Economic Development Director. Number 1, does Joe Wizawati hold at least a bachelor's degree in economic development as required to work as a director within this municipality, state, or federal position? 2, what proof did Joe Wizawati provide to this administration showing past experience as an economic developer? An individual cannot realistically expect to hold a director position without significant experience in the field. 3, does Joe Wizawati have the required knowledge and training for urban planning, marketing, business administration, or public administration. Please provide any and all dates, locations of training, and what type of training and certificate he received. 4, what knowledge or training does Joe Zawadi have to write village policies governing how tax and other incentives will be awarded to businesses? Please provide dates, location of training, and what certification he received. One cannot realistically write or control these policies that dictate what sort of economic impact must be reasonably expected in order for businesses to qualify for particular incentives without having clear and full understanding of the procedure. Answer to my FOIA form.
45 seconds.
I'm sorry?
And Mr. Lindenmark, you have 40 seconds now.
Okay. Answer to my FOIA form, dated July 3rd, 2018. This information pertaining to the training and certification of Joseph Wizawadi, I repeat, does not exist. And according to his own remarks, no records exist. I ask you why Joe Wizawadi has no background in this field, is continuing to perform a critical position that can impact the village of Sauk Village in a negative manner going into the future due to the lack of knowledge and training. I am also addressing another matter. 2 weeks ago, I brought up ordinance 14006 regarding Joe Wizawadi's use of social media against a resident. I see that he is still in his position, so what this shows me that this administration has failed to address this issue. And these are my 2 FOIAs back. Thank you.
Bernadine Hopkins. Well, first thing I want to do before I really talk to you is I want to thank Kevin Weller and Public Works for the numerous jobs that they do. And I also wanted to know, were there any plans to add additional staff so that they can continue to service the village? I sort of see them everywhere. And again, I want to say thank you. Okay, now, what I want to know though is regarding these accounts payable, there's an area that you have here, and I wondered if you could explain. It's under general fund, actually it states general fund, elected officials, and senior citizen committee. That's all in the same line. And under there, I noticed a payment or something for Comcast, and I kind of don't understand that arrangement right there. Could you explain it? The other thing is sort of off the subject, but I see that a gift of the wetlands. I don't know what that is. Could you also elaborate as to what the gift was, or what is the wetlands, or help me understand where this is and what it is. And that's all I got.
What page were you talking about the first one?
I'm sorry. I didn't
What page were you talking about the first item you were talking about?
I guess you would say it's the second page. Let's see. It says total administration. It's not the first paragraph under there, but the second.
Oh, you're talking about the Comcast business?
Yes.
That's cable bill for the senior center.
Okay.
The senior center has cable and internet. That's the bill. What's the second one that you asked about? The wetlands?
Yes.
Where did you see that at, ma'am?
That's the paragraph above.
Pardon me?
The paragraph above that, excuse me, it says gift of the wetlands. I understand it's a record of something or claims deed or whatever, but could you explain what the wetlands is, where is it located, what is that about?
It's on the first page. Professional services.
Total administration.
Oh, okay. You're talking about, yes, the lawyer did some work for us on behalf of the village in the wetlands that was given to the village over on the west side of 394 and south of Sauk Trail, just west of the industrial park. There was gifted to us, and we had legal work to make sure that everything was done correctly, and that's the bill that they did the deed work and everything else for the village.
That's it for me.
Heidi Parker. I'm interested in knowing what is happening with Arrowhead Park. How is that progressing? It's July. Is it going to be finished this year? Or are we going to have to wait another year? That's my question.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay, Arrowhead Park has been put on hold for right now until we can secure, and I'm sure tonight you're going to hear some more information on Arrowhead Park, but the person that we had contracted, the person that contracted for doing the landscaping, reneged. So we have to find another person, did it at the last minute. So we're in the process right now of trying to get someone so we can move this forward, because we only have, like you stated, a few weeks left, so we can make sure that this happens this year. It won't be next year, it has to be this year. So right now, that's what we're doing. We're getting that together, and I'm sure today someone's going to report on that to let you know that it is going forward.
So the request for bids out?
Pardon me?
There are requests for bids that have gone out?
They went out before, and then we're just going to have to go to the next one, because the first one we got, like I stated before, the guy backed out.
And time is going. It's getting
I
late.
understand that. All right, reports of officers. The mayor's report I have today, we was talked about several times that we talked about putting a fest together. Well, it will happen July 20th at 5 to 7 p.m. here behind the Village Hall. It's called the Sauk Village Family Fest Community Cookout. We'll have food, games, and music. And it'll be at the Wells Memorial Park. So please come out. If you have sides that you want to bring for your family and for yourself, but we will provide food, games, and music at no cost to the residents. So, and they can first come, first serve. And, you know, all I can say is when the food is gone, it's gone, but it should be enough there. Hopefully it'll be enough for everyone. So, and I'm also looking for volunteers for that day to help us come out and serve food and get things set up. So if you'd like to volunteer, please, after the meeting, I have a sheet you can sign up with your name and phone number, and we will be in contact with you real soon. At this particular point, I'd like to bring Mr. Marcus Mr. Marcus Atkins. This young man has put a application in to be on the zoning board. And I'm happy to appoint him to the zoning board, a young man that's been in the community for a while. I think he was basically born here in the community and now decides to come back and help out in the community. So I passed this out to the, his letter out to the trustees, and tonight I'd like to appoint him to the Zoning Board of Appeals.
Hi, sir. Can I ask you to stand right here? Thank you. And that is repeat after me, please. This is pertaining to the state of Illinois, Will and Cook County. Repeat after me. I, Marcus A. Adams, having been appointed to the office of the Zoning Board of Appeals in the village of Sauk Village, in the county of Will and Cook, aforesaid, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Illinois, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Zoning Board of Appeals, according to the best of my ability. This is subscribed and sworn before me this 10th day of July, and it's signed Marva Campbell Pruitt, Village Clerk. Congratulations.
All right, Village Clerk Marva Campbell Pruitt.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I am going to be very brief today, and I'm certain that all of you all will appreciate that. I heard that. The only thing I would like to bring to the trustees' attention is at your desktop is information on the IML conference that is that will be taking place in September. However, I am making a very special appeal to you to look through the packet tonight and/or first thing in the morning, look at the registration, and inform me whether or not you are going to go for the entirety or if you are planning to go for 1 day or 2 days. And all of that is in there. Then what's most important is the second piece, and I think that's the very last form. I saved the best for last, and that is you let me know about your hotel accommodations and what those needs are. I have a folder here that you can fill information out tonight and return it to me tonight, but at any rate, I need to know what your desire is by tomorrow. Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor, and that completes my report.
Thank you. Village Engineer, Mr. Jim Zarnick.
Thank you, Mayor. As required by the village's stormwater permit, Sauk Village joined the MWRD's chloride compliance work group last year, which has the goal of reducing harmful chloride in waterways that is caused by road salt utilization. We have now reached a critical milestone with the work group, since the group is sending a joint submittal to the Water Pollution Control Board later this month to apply for a time-limited water quality standard for chloride. Sauk Village will have to decide whether to be a party to this submittal or not. Robinson Engineering is working with the mayor and the public works director to determine this direction. I will provide an update at the next meeting once the village's course of action is decided. And that concludes my report. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Just a quick update about the question was asked about the Osland grant. We're moving forward, moving ahead with that. And there is no, as was stated, there is no tomorrow. In other words, we didn't get an extension. So I guess we have to do what we have to do at this point, and I'm sure that we have some, hopefully we got someone so we can get it started as soon as possible. Is that correct, Mrs. Arnott?
We're applying for an extension.
Yeah.
There's no guarantee that we will get that extension.
Can't close the door. Yeah, you can't close the door. You cannot. That concludes your report?
I got a question.
Do you have a question?
You said we applied for a standard what? I'm sorry, what was the phrase you used?
Time-limited water quality standard.
Say what?
Time-limited water quality standard.
Okay, now, there isn't any standards by the state or federal government already in place? Are there any?
There are.
I'm asking.
Yes, there are, and they are changing. And so there is a group of entities that are applying for a variance to those standards.
So are we applying for a variance?
That is what we are going to be deciding this week.
Okay, since we're not home rule, we have to follow the standards by the state or the federal government, am I not right? Until we apply for these variants and then they'll give us a whatever.
This really has nothing to do whether we're home rule or not. It's an IEPA standard.
There's an Illinois EPA standard. Okay. My second question is that the Osland grant, I know they're not going to give you, I talked to the people of the Illinois Department of Natural Resources. They're not going to extend the Osland grant past August 25th because they gave 50% of the funding. Now, my question is, and is maybe not to you, but since where are we going to get the money? And I understand this was discussed last time. If Mohawk can chime in, that we're going to borrow money from the general obligation grant that we just borrowed to finish off the Osland grant. Is that not right? Or maybe I should ask that from Mohawk. We're going to, because we need money to finish off the Osland grant, so we're going to borrow how much from the general obligation?
We're going to borrow, we have already borrowed money. Borrowed money is going to be used for the Osland grant.
And how much do the Osler grant people need?
Total Osler grant is 205,000 plus 10% of today's cost.
So,
Today's co-share.
so how much from the?
We can't hear you, Lon.
So how much from the general obligation money that we just borrowed? How much of that is going to be given to the Osler grant to complete that project?
Approximately, we got about 50% of the grant in advance, $105,000 a couple of years ago.
We're going to borrow $107,000?
No. We got money from the state of Illinois in the amount of $105,000. We have to use another $100,000 plus 10% of $205,000, approximately about $20,500 we have to upfront and complete the project.
So we have to come up with $20,000?
Yes.
Before they give us the rest of the
Yes.
$205,000? Okay, so that'll be going to the Osler grant?
Yes.
Okay. So my question is to you, the $35,000 that was already sent for expenditures for rocks and engineering, we only have like $85,000 left, right?
Correct.
So my question is to you, why are we putting in bids? If I'm not mistaken, even though you said the bid is not viable anymore, that we put in a bid for $500,000 for this project, and we only need a $205,000 grant. Is that standard practice, or what's going on there?
I'm not sure about it. Maybe Mr. Jim Zarnick might be able to answer that question.
So I think I explained this previously. The village would never expend $500,000 on the project. The village would only expend a maximum of the grant that's been awarded.
Okay.
So it probably is not going to matter at all now because the contractor backed out of the project, so the village won't even be expending that money anyway. The IDNR will reimburse Public Works for their efforts on the project for demolition and restoration. So the village should only be out 10% of $100,000, maybe $10,000 roughly, somewhere in that range.
So somebody promised to give us a letter stating that the contractor shouldn't go over $205,000, okay? So when we get the bid for the new contractor that's come in, can we have that same type of letter so he'll know that he can't go over the amount awarded to us? Because it seems to me to put these bids out for $500,000 when we don't have that kind of money, we were never awarded that money is a little strange to me. So I'm just saying, why can't we get something to assure us that the bid that goes out doesn't go past the award amount? It's common.
We cannot control the bid amounts by the contractors. They're in total control of that. But even if they were to bid in excess of the funding that we have, we would still reduce the quantities of the project to make sure that we would never spend over the grant amount that we've been awarded.
Do you let the vendors know that we have this amount and you can't exceed this amount?
It's clear in the documents. We provide the documents within the bid package that spells out the terms of the agreement. So, but again, we cannot control what the contractors bid on the project. We can control what the contractors will be reimbursed. The contractor will never be given more money than the village has.
Okay, I understand what you're saying, and they can't because we don't have any money. But my thing is, why are we approving, and I should say the trustees, the board, approving a $500,000 bid for a ward that's only $205,000 or so? Something's not right there. When you go out and ask for a bid, you tell them what areas you're in, but yet they come back in with a large bid. For some reason, they think they could go up to $500,000. And it's not benefiting us any at all. I don't understand that. The bid process must be sort of off or something. Why would you bid on a project when you know you're only going to have $205,000? You're going to bid $500,000?
we cannot control what the contractors bid.
Any other questions? Okay, Treasurer's report, Ms. Judy Sutton.
Yes, thank you, Mayor and trustees. I'd just like to read into the record the collector's report for April. Property taxes of $306,544.76. We've received other taxes of $93,335.73. Licenses and permits of $54,588.99. Fees and services of $141,862.25. Grants of $44,628.53. Interfund transfers were an adjustment, a negative adjustment of $38,299.79. And miscellaneous income was $641,387.27. For a total of $1,244,047.74. That concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you.
Question? Ms. Sutton, you just read off April 2018 collector's report. Where's June and May and June?
The Director of Finance has not closed the May or June books yet. So I cannot report on any numbers that we have not finalized.
Well, okay, the second thing is that you were supposed to supply us with a legal opinion from the attorneys regarding operational transfers. Can you tell us when we're going to get that information?
I sent an email to the trustees this afternoon, so you do have an email in your inbox. Related to this topic.
Operational transfers?
Related to this topic, yes. I've sent it to you, so just if you have any questions, just let me know, but I have sent it to you.
About 10 to what? I mean, she said she just got hers 10 to 5. I didn't get mine, so, you know. I mean, this is something we need to know. We've been waiting to find out if we can transfer this money without paying it back. And now it gets to one trustee at 10 to 5, and then we can't ask questions about it?
You definitely can ask questions once you review it. Definitely you can ask me questions anytime you want. And this has been a common practice at this village as well as many other villages to do these transfers. As long as the Director of Finance has been here, he has been transferring money between the funds. This has been in all of our audited financial statements, and I cited all of that in the email. So please just review it.
Well, we know money's been transferred, but some money has to be paid back before the fiscal year, and water fund is one of them. And that money hasn't been paid back in 7 years.
And that when the transfers are made with a requirement to repay it, that has the village has not done this in the past. This has been before I got here, so this is maybe the Director of Finance could address why this was never happening before.
Any other questions? Reports of Department, Finance, and Administration. Director Mohan Rao.
Thank you, Mayor and the board. The Finance Department has completed the the second quarter DCEO report. There were no expenses reported and or incurred. Cost grant has been reported for the second quarter in the amount of $11,021.13, and we have received that money on July 7th. We have collected in the amount of, for the month of June, from IOC in the amount of $5,196.53 towards J and P tickets. The auditors may have to come back for the final reports in a couple of weeks. The total revenue we have received for the current year for the vehicle licenses is in the amount of $69,890.50. as of July 9th, 2018. When compared to last year, we are down by $14,925.50. As of last year, we have collected $84,816 towards the vehicle licenses. As of July 1st, the cost of the vehicle stickers are doubled, and police are enforcing the tickets if they don't have the valid city village stickers. That ends my report.
Thank you.
Question. Mr. Mohan, can you tell me approximate balance on the water fund now?
It's approximately about $190,000.
Can you tell me approximate balance on the aging report?
Probably about $191,000.
Can I have some supporting documents tomorrow?
Yes.
And also, before you leave, can also have copies of every input, and also for the lab group. If I get copies, it's my understanding that you sent me an email last week saying that you could provide me with copies that I had to go and see the mayor. Okay, now, I appreciate your candor about this, but I don't understand why I have to go see the mayor when I asked you for financial information. I mean, is there a problem with something why I can't get a copy of these invoices?
I have the copies that you requested and have them since Mr. Mohan gave them to me. He's not here all the time. So when I asked him to give it to me because he may not be here, you may come in and say, well, he's not here, and there's no one to give it to me. So I have had them for the last 2 weeks. You haven't came in to ask for them, so yes, I still have those copies.
Thank you for the information, Mr. Mayor, but I have copies of them, and I was given copies last week.
Okay, well,
so, and I don't understand why I have to be relegated to your office to get, hold on a minute, I haven't finished.
We're not going to go back.
And we're not going, because I haven't finished my statement. There's no back and forth to it. I asked for a copy of the statement. You could have thrown them in my box, or either somebody could have called and told me to come pick them up. You know, I don't know why I have to go to your office, get harassed, intimidated every time I need a public record.
Who harasses you?
You do.
What does that mean?
That means that we getting off the subject.
Yeah,
I'm asking for copies of public records, and I already got those.
Okay,
I want
well,
properly to finish that, and I don't think I need to come get it from you. I got a mailbox up there, okay, and I have a mailbox up there I need to get. If you don't want to give them to me, I can write it for you.
I have the copies that you're looking for. So.
And I need the copies for this week. I don't know why I have to go. Why does trustee have to come get copies from you? You got a village clerk there. You can throw stuff in my box. You can call me on the phone. I'll come pick it up. I don't have to come to your office getting intimidated and harassed. I'm not. It don't work like that.
I don't intimidate you.
I know you don't. You might think you do. We're not going back and forth. We're not going back and forth. I'm just asking for copies of my invoices, and you can put them in my box. I shouldn't have to go to your office to get anything. Okay. You can throw them in my box, or either you can email them. I got an email address too.
I'll have a copy.
bbrewer@SaukVillage.org.
Nope, y'all have the copy.
Okay.
Fire Department, Chief House Operator.
Thank you, Mayor and Board. I've got 2 reports tonight. First one, Fire Department. Over the period from June 20th through July the 5th, Fire Department responded to 34 calls. 9 fire alarms, 4 vehicle accidents, 5 ambulance assist, 2 CO calls, 4 auto aids out of town, 2 gas leaks, dryer fire, severe weather watch, tree on fire, wires down. And that ends my report for the fire. This is a report from Chief Kowalski. He's out of town. The period from June 26th through July the 10th, the police department received 469 calls. The arrest summary was 16. Illinois Speed Awareness Day. In accordance with the Illinois Association of Chiefs of Police, July the 25th is the third annual Illinois Speed Awareness Day. The police department will be taking a proactive approach to promote safety for motorists, pedestrians, cyclists, and education in Illinois. Speed was the reason for 34.2% of all fatal crashes. That's 369 deaths for the year, or one life every 23.7 hours. These lives can be easily saved by being aware of our speed and understanding how speed impacts a crash. Please slow down, not only on July the 25th, but wherever you are behind the wheel driving. Another note, National Night Out. The day is fast approaching. I just wanted to remind everyone, we're hosting the yearly National Night Out on August the 7th from 6 to 8 o'clock. Come out to meet your local police and fire, connect with your neighbors so we can continue to build a safer and more caring community. This is just one step in strengthening the community-police partnership. The events help build connections within the community among neighbors, become part of the tradition. If you'd like to volunteer, if you have any suggestions, please feel free to email Chief Kowalski at Sauk Village PD. Or you can call him direct at 708-753-5151. Along with that night out, please let everybody know that we've got that new trailer for the kids, that we finally got it in shape. We had it re-sided, we got all new stickers on it, and it'll be down here on Nights Out. And that ends the report.
Thank you, Chief. Emergency Management Agency, Director Alvin Babbage.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and Board. Along with the mirroring the images of the fire report with the accidents that we responded to this Thursday, we're going to be attending our SMART meeting in Stager. It's a Suburban Mutual Aid Response Team. We get together with all of our other agencies and we talk about training, upcoming training, special events coming up. Another item is just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, while you're out there driving, if there is barricades set up across the roadway, please do not drive around them, do not move them, do not go into the area because they are blocked off for a reason. We had an incident a while back ago where somebody decided to drive around the barricades and we had live wires down. Somebody gets electrocuted or whatever like that. You know, we don't want to take the responsibility for that because they move the barricades. And if I may so, Mayor, at this time, with your blessings and the board's blessings, I have a young lady that stopped by my place of employment. She has a program that she wants to talk about for the senior citizens. I invited her to come out for public comments, but she just made it here. She wasn't able to make public comments. She just has a short presentation of about 2 to 3 minutes, if I may so.
It's about, well, usually we don't have, that usually is done on the first and third Wednesday. Is it all possible, ma'am, that you can come back next week?
Okay.
Thank you so very much. This way you can do the presentation correctly.
Okay, that concludes my report. Sorry.
Public Works Director Kevin Weller.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just a few items. We have a few calls out of some leaks in town. We had a call at 22821 Southbrook and 21742 Peterson. These are B boxes. The residential B box in front of the house is leaking. They're both called in. Once they've been called in by the Julie Locates, we will start those digs and take care of those leaks. Grass cutting continue at several locations. Part-time help will soon be taking over so that Public Works can start on the 223rd Street main replacement in Cornell. This is part of the project for the road work that's going to be done this year. The part-time help will assist us in moving on to some other jobs. As stated earlier, the demo of the ball fields has stopped at this time, and we did have to fill in some holes for safety reasons at this time. That is completed. That will be part of our cost assessment. Concrete work has started in town. We do have a lot of locations. Within the concrete work, we do have a lot of asphalt work that's included on that. We have ripped out sidewalks and curb and driveways over the last couple of years, and we've been behind on the concrete work. We have started on some of the concrete work at Brookwood, 22609 Brookwood. That is finished as of today. The rest of the asphalt work will start in the next couple days. Also, the fourth flush of the year will start tonight, the south side of town. This is south of Sauk Trail and west of Torrance Avenue, and again Deer Creek, and this is till completed, so we will be working through the evening until tomorrow, probably into the later evening, finishing up. We also have several repairs still ongoing at the well houses. One of the repairs at the main station was a control system we have. It controls our metering pumps. It failed. It's been replaced. And we also have the camera installation on our main station for safety reasons that is in place at this time. All 4 seasonal help employees have started. The final one will start at the end of the week. This will also assist us in shifting our work to, I would say, more intense jobs, residential complaint jobs. And I'll move on. The next street sweep will begin July 9th. We're asking residents not to throw debris into the roadways. Tickets will be issued. This includes while you're cutting your grass, don't just cut up the papers and kick it in the roadway. Please pick them up first. That way you have 1 to pick up and not 100 per each one. We're also assisting each department as much as possible with oil changes or maintenance that we can do at the time. This is ongoing. We are behind, so we ask for patience, please. And staff will be addressing complaints from residents. Most of the complaints right now that we're behind on due to the grass cutting, as our part-timers are starting, we'll be dealing with potholes, dead trees, street lights, final landscape on old digs, which includes the concrete and asphalt work. This will start probably next week. This will start ongoing. They have started some pothole work on the south side of town. They're pretty much from Sauk Trail to 223rd Street, and they'll be continuing through the south side until completed, and then jump to the north side and thereon. And staff will begin quick drive through the town in the next couple days. We've been reports from the last few rainstorms. Some of the ash trees and some of the other trees are saturating with moisture now, and some of the branches are falling off. So we just ask residents to put them in the parkway, and we will be by. We'll make 1 pass to the whole town, so if you miss us this time, the next time will be in September. And that concludes my report.
Thank you. Economic Development Director.
I'm sorry, Mr. Weller. I just wanted to put it on record. I gave you an address at 21752 Jeffrey. The light on that corner has been out. The resident said he's been complaining about it for 4 years. Just to let you know, because he said he's going to pull these for you, the records. I'm asking you publicly. Can you look into that? I know you told me all the problems that's going on, but just to let you know, I told you. I'll let you know. Second thing I want to know is that you mentioned potholes. Are we using MFT funds to do these potholes, or where is that funds coming from?
Yes, we are.
Okay. So we have no idea how much it's going to cost us or anything?
No, we just go street by street, and we just continue on until completed. The worst ones are done first. Some of the smaller stuff is getting kind of sealed up right now. This will assist us on later in the season when we do some cutouts and some more permanent repairs in some other streets.
Okay. Now, your first item 2 up here, you mentioned that the 223rd Cornell main repair before the final street is done. So that's actually going to come out of the water fund, right? The repair, the main repair?
Yes, all parts, yes.
Okay, because we might not get block grant money. It's open up, so am I right?
Yeah. The 223rd Street project's totally different. This is an ongoing, and it's already in process.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Economic Development Director Joseph Wigwam.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have no report tonight except to announce that there will be a joint meeting Monday between the Village Board and the Combined Zoning Board of Appeals Plan Commission. This meeting will be at 7 p.m. here in the Village Hall. That's all I have.
Could you send letters out to our board?
I'll have the information to the village clerk and ask that she take care of that. It's with the Village Board of Trustees, and it's a joint meeting with the Village Board of Trustees and the Zoning Board of Appeals. Yes.
Okay, reports of trustees, standing committees, and comments. Public Service Committee, Trustee Bernice Brewer.
I just want to reiterate my June 22nd event that we had over at Candlelight for energy assistance program, where you got free thermostats, free power strips, free wrapping of the water heaters. All the stuff is free, and it was done by NICOR. Because I want to reiterate that, because last week I got a little upset, and I don't know if you guys understand, but I want to bring the program to the village later on when they get more funding in September or October. So be looking out for that. Everything is free regardless of your income, and it's free regardless of your income. So I want everybody to hear that. So everybody should come out and sign up for it, because winter months are coming in, and you guys actually really need a new thermostat, and they give you new aerators for your faucets. And because the water is so hard in Sauk Village, that should be your number one concern, to come and get these things, and they're free. And I'll let you know when the program is going to start. And that's in the Public Service Committee.
Excuse me just a second. Could you please turn your phone off? Thank you. I didn't say whose phone it was. I just said whoever's phone it was. Please turn it off. Thank you.
Again, I want to reiterate, I would like the supporting documents for everything on the accounts payable related to Dr. Strada and the lab group. Also, I need supporting documents for the balance of the water fund, and also the agent report. And also, I want to piggyback on what some of the residents have kind of said. There has been a violation of ordinance 14006. It is done by a Sauk Village employee. Something has to be done about that. Something needs to be said about that. And I am personally affected by this, because the person who helped me before got fired for no reason. Secondly, this person is still sitting here, and he has done it for years, and he's still doing it. So I want to say that even though this is not a personnel matter, we don't discuss personnel out in front, something needs to be done about that issue. We, as trustees, don't have the clout, and the mayor doesn't want to address it. So somebody needs to do something, because anytime we feel like doing something to a resident, and we use your money every day to do whatever we need to do, but you could go and talk about a resident and nothing's being done to you, that's ridiculous. So, in defense of the residents, and that's what we up here to look out for your best interest, something needs to be done about the economic development director. You know, as I understand it, and I haven't seen the papers, he's not qualified for the job, and yet he will go out here and browbeat a resident on something she's doing, and yet every day we take part of her money and pay for his salary. Something's wrong with that. You guys got to think about how this board is working for you. That's the end of my report.
Budget and Finance Trustee Roger Grant.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Next Wednesday, I'll have a Budget and Finance Committee meeting here in the Rotunda at 7 p.m. We will go over a couple of policies that I will present to the board soon, preserving the cash reserve fund and cybersecurity. That's a cool report. Thank you.
Thank you. Housing and Governmental Relations Committee Trustee Cecil Tate. No report. Order. Ordinance Review Committee Trustee Linda Todd.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I had a meeting yesterday, but due to lack of a quorum, it's been canceled, so I will announce at the next board meeting when we will reschedule our meeting. And now I have a comment. In fact, I have several. This board needs to address our residents' concern about our social media policy.
Thank you.
I realize that you do not want to talk about it out in public because it's personnel. Then I suggest we do it in executive session. We cannot have an employee or staff member or board members to browbeat our residents or anyone else. And so this is something that needs to be taken very seriously. The second thing is, we passed an ordinance back in, I'll just give you the ordinance number, 17-009. And it has to do with the Economic Development Director. It says the term of the Economic Development Director shall be 1 year, which includes 6-month probation. Now, the year is up. Has the contract been extended? Has it been brought before our board? So this is something when we pass these ordinances, we need to follow through on it. So that's all I have. Oh, I have one more. Sorry. So are you saying, Mr. Mayor, because I heard you say that when it came to the invoices for Dr. Strouder, that we have to go through you, we can no longer go through our finance director?
What I stated was, a lot of times the finance director, he's not here and he has the invoices, you can't get them. So I directed the finance director, whatever you guys want, I'm here most of the time, you can give it to me, come pick it up. That's all.
Well, I just need to know what we're following. I don't want it to, you know,
No,
if I'm here and the finance director's here, sometimes I go in and I ask him questions that might be about accounts payable.
Okay.
But if I want to have invoices,
Right.
do I need to actually go through you
Well,
or?
okay, you can ask for the invoices if he has the time, that's what I'm saying. If you get a lot of people that ask for this, you want to ask for invoices from May 1st. I'm not sorry, I mean, that's kind of expensive. If you have the time right then and there to do that and you're doing the day-to-day duties, I don't think so. So that's when that type of information you give it to me, I hold on to, all you do is come in, I'm here, you can pick it up and get it, that's all.
Okay, because what I want is not as extensive, but what I will do, I will send you an email when I want the information.
And also, trustee, you have done that before, and I have given it to you, have I not?
Correct. But I just need to know, because you were stating that, it sounded like we couldn't go in and talk to the
No,
finance
no, it's not
director,
that, it's just that if it causes him to, you know, take away a lot of time from his day-to-day, then, because right now, he's in the middle of trying to do something, and if he's taking that time out, then he doesn't do the chance to do what he should be doing. And you know yourself, when you come in and ask for something, and I will have it the next day easy, and there's no problem, because I have given you asked.
Right.
And I have given you what you asked.
Right, I mean, I will email you.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right, and I just wanted to say the 6 months, there was on a 6-month probationary period for that position. But I'm going to look at that other ordinance saying that it has to be reappointed each year. I have to look at that. And I saw the number 17-009, correct?
Right.
Okay. Public Safety Committee, Trustee Bev Zupan.
Thank you. I just want to let the public know that our next committee meeting will be Wednesday, August 1st at 6 p.m. here at Village Hall, right here in the Rotunda. Among other things, that night we'll be firming up the last-minute details for National Night Out, which again is August 7th. That's the first Tuesday in August. So because that is from 6 to 8 p.m., I would remind the board that in the past we have canceled the committee meeting that night and all been out at the activities out back. So I would ask that we continue that practice again this year and not have a committee meeting. It is scheduled. That's why I'm bringing it up. Yes. The other things that we'll be talking about at our meeting on the 1st is firming up dates for presentations around community policing that the chief has been working on with us. And that concludes my report.
Thank you. Community outreach, Trustee Ralph Carter III.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We're still struggling with trying to get youth participation. We're not going to give up. I think our next date will be sometime in August, and we'll let everyone know about it. Thank you.
Thank you. Reports of committees and commissions. Senior Advisory Council, Chairman Emmett Farmer. Here you go, Mr. Farmer. Oh, okay.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and trustees. Our next meeting for the Senior Advisory Committee is this Thursday, July 12th, and all are welcome. We have finalized our trip for the seniors to the Four Winds Casino on July 28th and have posted flyers and just had one of our committee members give you a copy of them. And we just ask you to please encourage the seniors to join us. And all the money is due in, the cash is due in, which is $35, July 16th, by July 16th. And the casino is going to give them a $25 credit when they go. So we're just hoping to have, we need at least 40 for the bus. So we're trying to get as many seniors as possible to join us. So we just ask you all to help us with that. Also, we are also planning a Grandchildren's Day, we're calling it, where our senior grandparents can invite their grandchildren out for some hamburgers and hot dogs in the picnic area behind the Village Hall for August 25th. And we're going to be discussing that a little bit more at our meeting, but more details is to come on that. Excuse me. Also, our senior ceramics class is moving the classes to every Friday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. during the summer, where they hope to acquire more seniors for the summer. Also, there will be a health fair for the seniors on July 26th from 1 to 3 in the senior center, and we should have some flyers out on that soon. Also, our committee member just passed you out a calendar. Our July calendar is out, and it is posted at both of the door entrances in the senior center. And all you all do have a copy. And of course, again, please don't forget our game night. Every first and third Friday, we have game night. Mainly they come out and play cards, bid whist, and any other games that they would like to play, they can. And it's our new time is from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. And we ask you all to join us, have your seniors that you know join us next Friday for all who can make it. And please spread the word for us. And that's all I have.
Thank you. Any questions? Okay, new business. I'll entertain a motion to approve accounts payable in the amount of $254,668.89.
Second.
It's moved by Trustee Grant, second by Trustee Zupan. Any questions? Madam Clerk?
Trustee Carter?
Yes.
Trustee Grant?
Yes.
Trustee Tate? Trustee Todd? Yes. Trustee Zupan? Yes. Trustee Brewer? Yes.
Motion carried. I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Trustee Brewer, second by Trustee Todd. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Thank you.